Welcome to Travel Thoughtfully, the podcast, where we help you travel smarter so you can focus on the experience, not the planning. I'm Karen Hester, travel advisor and founder of Travel Thoughtfully. In the last episode, we talked about why travel advisors matter. Today, we're shifting the focus to how people are choosing to travel and what that means for you as a traveler. Because the way people travel today is not the same as it was even a few years ago. And as a member of organizations like the American Society of Travel Advisors, ASTA, Travel Leaders Network, also known as TLN, and the Cruise Line International Association, CLIA, I get to see these patterns in real time. Today, I want to walk you through 10 trends I'm seeing right now and how people are traveling and how they may impact your next trip. Let's start with one of the trends I'm seeing. Trend number one, travelers are prioritizing experiences over checklist. People are moving away from how much can I fit in and toward what will I actually remember? This ties directly to what we talked about before. The most meaningful trips aren't always the busiest ones. Building on that, trend number two, slower, more intentional travel. Instead of visiting multiple cities in a short time, many travelers are choosing to stay longer in one place. They want to explore more, feel less rushed, and actually experience the destination. And that's where thoughtful planning can really shape the experience. Another trend I'm seeing, trend number three, increased interest in cruises, especially first-time cruisers. Cruising continues to grow, especially among travelers who may not have considered it before. Why? Because it offers built-in structure, multiple destinations, and simplified logistics. This is something I see frequently through CLIA Insights and the bookings I've made. I'm also seeing this. Trend number four, more travelers are using advisors. More travelers are realizing that planning a trip isn't always as simple as it looks online. There are more moving parts now, changing policies, supplier differences, logistics across destination. And people are starting to value having someone guide them through the planning process. Along with that, trend number five, flexibility is more important than ever. Travelers are paying more attention to cancellation policies, change options, travel protection, because things can change and people want options. And then there's technology. Trend number six, tech can help, but it's not foolproof. Online tools make planning easier, but they don't replace experience, context, or even real-time problem solving, which is exactly where having guidance can make a difference. I'm seeing this more as well. Trend number seven, travelers want more personalization. People aren't looking for generic trips. They want tailored recommendations, meaningful experiences, trips that reflect their interest. And that's where having the right guidance can help bring those details together. And that naturally connects to another shift. Trend number 8, small groups and guided experiences are growing. More travelers are choosing small group tours, curated experiences, because they offer structure, local insight, and less stress. And that's where having the right guidance can make the experience feel much more seamless. Another pattern I'm seeing, trend number 9, travel is being planned further in advance, especially for cruises, international travel, and high demand destinations. When that planning happens earlier, it often leads to better options, better pricing, and more availability. And that's where having guidance early on can really make a difference. And finally, this one ties everything together. Trend number 10, travel requires more attention to details. Travel today isn't just about where you want to go. It's also about staying informed. That includes passport requirements, entry policies, and re-entry considerations. If you're traveling internationally or planning to, it's important to check official sources like travel.state.gov or your destination's embassy or consulate, because policies can change and having accurate information matters. When you look at all of these trends together, they really point to one thing: travel is becoming more intentional, less about checking boxes, and more about creating meaningful experiences. Before we wrap up, I want to answer a question I hear often. Is travel more complicated now than it used to be? And the answer is, in some ways, yes. But it's also more flexible, more customizable, and in many cases, more rewarding. The key is knowing how to navigate it. Travel is always evolving, but at its core, it's about the same thing: connection, experience, and the memories we bring home with us. If you're planning a trip and wondering how these trends might impact your plans, or you're trying to decide what kind of experience is right for you, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to share your questions or experiences wherever you're listening, and I may feature them in a future episode. Thanks for listening to Travel Thoughtfully, the podcast. At Travel Thoughtfully, our philosophy is simple: we plan, you experience. And next time, we'll talk about how to invest in your travel experience so you get the most value from every trip. I'd love for you to join me.